What's up, guys? Behind us, you can see the lion in a rock, built in memory of the Swiss soldiers who supported the French king during the French Revolution. 10 of them. No wonder they lost.
So 12 minutes after this, we were dropped off in the center of Lucerne, where all the 60 and 70-year-olds that we were sharing a bus with just went on their own way. We had to get on a ferry to go across the lake, so honestly maybe we weren't in Lucerne yet, but then to go up the side of a mountain and make it to this billionaire resort in Switzerland. And this was just the TripAdvisor excursion that we had planned for the day. We had about an hour before our ferry left, so we thought we had plenty of time to explore the city, maybe get some chocolate, maybe get some other food, but I got distracted in the chocolatier shop because Jenna Ortega kept staring at me, and then before we knew it, our ferry was leaving in 10 minutes. Needless to say, we genuinely sprinted to this boat, and when we got there, they had just pulled the drawbridge back, or whatever connects land to the boat, and they were about to take off when my brother yelled, "You got room for 2 more?" And the crew just reluctantly opened the gates and let us jump on the boat.
First Swiss chocolate of the trip. Allegedly, they have some of the best chocolate in the world here. Ooh, oh. It's good.
Tastes like milk chocolate.
This was homemade in a small chocolatiering shop. I think it's better than like Hershey's. Not by too much. It's nothing crazy, but it's definitely good chocolate.
And after a peaceful boat ride, we were dropped off right in time to catch a gondola up the side of a mountain, which is the only way to enter this exclusive resort. We were not guests at this resort, we were just brought there by TripAdvisor.
All the people we saw were like tourists.
My
Who
God.
just wanted to well, but who were just here for like the views up top.
Yeah.
Right? Which, I mean, is probably the coolest part.
We're in a luxurious suite resort in Birkenstock, Switzerland. Indoor diamond something tennis court with a felt rug. But this entire place just feels empty. There were also residences for people to live here full time, which would be insane because the view is crazy. But the entire thing feels like a front. And the residences were advertised as like tax breaks.
We were just walking around this incredibly fancy resort in Lucerne, Switzerland that felt like it was a billionaire's tax haven supervillain. Like honestly, if it had snowed, I would have just felt like I was in a James Bond movie. There was no one there, and we were just walking. Like, how did we get into this tennis court? Why were all of the condos empty? Why was there an entire hotel that had no one in it? I don't know. The only place, and I mean the only place that we saw other people was actually in an infinity pool that looked over the entire mountainscape. That looked sick. We were debating spending 70 chicken franc to jump in that pool, but decided against it. As we looked out onto the clouds below us and looked over the valley and heard the cowbells in the distance, we really started to feel what it would be like to be this Swiss billionaire that just lives here. And with that lifestyle, it just felt like we had accomplished everything. So, what do we do now? Clearly a billionaire before us had asked that question because it did not take long for us to find the tallest exterior elevator in the world?
Alright, this is the title and thumbnail of the vlog. So, hope it's worth it. Ladies and gentlemen, we are in the tallest Ladies and gentlemen, we are in the tallest exterior elevator in all of Europe. And it's in a mountain. Alright, well, this is cool. Oh my gosh. It's pretty quick. Couldn't make it any slower. Whoa. Damn. I don't really know what else to say. It's just going up. And that was it. Oh my god. I didn't think it could get that much higher.
Yeah, up there. So this is like the highest point of this part of the...
By this point, we had left London and we had taken a train, a plane, another train, a bus, a boat, and something that takes you up the side of a mountain to explore Europe and experience new things. So we got the most logical thing we could think of while we were there.
Best 18 chicken franken I've ever spent.
As we were finishing this ice cream and enjoying these billion-dollar views, we realized that our ferry, the only way to leave this I honestly don't know if it was an island or a peninsula. The only way to leave this supervillain's lair was leaving in 17 minutes. So we just sprinted down the mountain. It tends to be a common theme of this trip. And before we knew it, we were looking at the tallest exterior elevator all the way from the sea. It was a lake.
About to pull up for the Swedish haircut. Swiss haircut.
Right now, there's like 4 or 5 other guys just in the shop, like hanging out, drinking tea. There's one guy outside on the phone. It's unclear if any of these people work here or are customers. There's one guy cutting hair while on the phone, and they just told us to sit down right away. So we're just like waiting for a haircut, I guess. None of them speak English. We don't know what's gonna happen. We also don't know what anyone else here is doing. It's a mystery.
It's at this point that one of the barbers comes up to me and says, "Okay, which would you like?" And I said, "I didn't know you were gonna ask me that." I said, "Just a little longer on the top and shorter on the sides." He was like, okay, so, you know, I cut off like this much and then on the sides is 0. And I'm like, no, not 0. Maybe like a 3. Keep in mind, I have no idea what these numbers mean. I only get my haircut at Supercuts where they use numbers, but I barely even know what they mean over there. And then this guy says, "Okay, I'll do 6 first so you can see and then we can go from there." And I'm like, okay, cool. So then he comes over with the 6, he shaves off the side just right here. And me and my brother look at each other because we can only see my scalp. "So what do you think? We go 4? And I'm like, 5? Okay, 5. And I say, "You know what? I trust you." A few minutes later, someone goes over to cut my brother's hair, but they don't speak any English. So my barber goes over to translate, but he doesn't speak too much English either.
So, yeah, shorter on the sides, a little bit longer on the top. Not that short, a little bit longer. And just like, you know,
Maybe 10 millimeter.
yeah, sure. Let's try that.
10 millimeter. 5. Hepsi değil. Yanları 10 milimetre. İzini takip. And here.
A little bit shorter than this, but longer than, yeah, keep it.
Maybe 3 millimeter. 3 santimetre.
Sure, yeah.
Okay?
Yes.
3 santimetre.
Böyle ürün olacak ha.
Ona kadar vur buraya kadar izini.
I swear on my life, what happened immediately after this clip is the guy cutting my brother's hair said, "I don't understand, what's on the sides?" But not in English. And then my barber goes, 10, however you say that in German/Portuguese/ we have no idea what language they were speaking. And I swear to God, my brother's barber just looks at me, praises the Lord, and starts cutting his hair.
In Howler, there's so many
Yeah,
people in there,
just hanging
and
out.
so few people getting.
hanging out.
The amount of people that walked in is insane.
They were just hanging out, drinking Turkish coffee.
So looking fresh, looking fresh.
I don't know what I was expecting, but it's not bad. Random haircut from some French-Turkish guys. And I don't think it's good. Yours looks pretty good. I think it's like hella short on the sides. Like really short on the sides.
Millimeters are a lot shorter than I thought they were.
Like